This day in history. Good one. Here's a good one, presented by TrueCar.
Here is a bulletin.
This day in history.
The rest is history.
This day in history, July 14th, 1970, the Midsummer Classic took place at what was then only 2-week-old Riverfront Stadium, so in Cincinnati as well. Great game, bottom of the ninth, NL's up 4-1. AL's up 4-1. NL comes back. Catfish Hunter on the mound. They tie it up at 4. We're going to fast forward, though, to the bottom of the 12th, the inning everyone remembers. Cleveland Indians catcher Ray Fosse manning the plate. Cubs first baseman Jim Hickman comes up to bat. Who's standing on second base? Pete Rose. Very important. Hit it.
And right into the stretch. Looking back and throws up the middle. Rose is on his way around. Picked up by Otis. Rose is coming to the plate. Throws a throw. He's in. It's all over. The National League wins.
Pete Rose barreled into Ray Fosse, who was slow in getting up.
So obviously it's the infamous dive into home plate in a meaningless game. Fosse was only in his second season. He was having a great first half. 16 home runs, 23-game hitting streak. He would play 9 more years. He won 2 World Series with the A's. But he would say he was never the same after that. He never hit more than 12 home runs in a year. And Pete Rose, not really too remorseful for his actions. 30 years later, he was still showing no remorse for playing hard. Here's what he had to say.
How about these people say, well, you shouldn't slide hard like that. It's an all-star game. Those people are losers. What do you mean you shouldn't slide like that? People paid more money for those all-star tickets than they do for a regular season game. Why shouldn't I play hard? I'm not supposed to try to win that game because it's an all-star game?
So, Rich, you were one at the time, so obviously don't have a memory of it, but in the lexicon of your sports knowledge, fair foul, do you agree with that play at that time for what the game meant?
You know what? No. I always thought, Pete Rose, it was just like, hey, look, I know you're Charlie Hustle. I know you're trying to win everything, but this is an all-star game. It's an exhibition. And now here we are where that exhibition is for something important. Could you imagine if somebody barreled into Buster Posey tonight? Could you imagine if that happened? In this day and age, the Twitterverse, the 24/7, 365 sports shows like this one where people can hopefully call 844-204-RICH and vote on our poll question, which ties into this whole thing. Could you imagine if somebody did that tonight, put Buster Posey out on the disabled list, choose anybody? Yasmani Grandal here for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's behind home plate. Russell Martin sitting behind home plate. Stephen Vogt. What happens if that happens? And you know what? Whoever busts somebody up, which now is technically illegal to do, because they took this out of the game because of the Buster Posey play a couple of years ago. Oh, the World Series was on the line. You tell me this is worth so much. I understand the fans vote this and the fans vote that. Fans voted in the final player of each team, but my team might want a Game 7 at home. You bet I'm going to score that run.
I hope it happens.
Obviously, in kind of doing this, and I've seen the play a bunch of times before. There's a great Sports Century on Pete Rose where it goes into more detail on this. But you can see the other players in the game don't really know how to react.
What to react?
They're all confused. They're like, did this just happen? Should that have happened? Are we cheering now? He's clearly hurt. It was.
And Rose kind of stumbled, too. He didn't really hit him with
and
a
Johnny
100%
Bench is the catcher on the opposite side, so it'll be interesting to hear his take.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.